would you do if your laptop or home computer broke or started to malfunction? Probably call the manufacturer or take it to a repair shop.
But a trip to the repair shop didn't solve one local woman's laptop troubles. Bo Berman has her story and a warning for consumers as Fox Connecticut investigates.
Well, this is my personal laptop, and I'll tell you, I wouldn't know the first thing to do if it broke. Like most people, I'd probably call Apple Computer, and if they told me to, take it to the shop. That's exactly what a Bloomfield woman, Lee Gostila, did. Unfortunately, not only was her computer not repaired, now it's apparently missing. Almost all of us use one, whether you have an iPad, PC, or laptop. But what do you do if it breaks? Lee Gostila's 2009 MacBook Pro laptop did just that back in April when her trackpad stopped working. The Bloomfield resident took it to the Apple store at West Farms Mall, where she was referred to an authorized Apple repair shop, Computer Resources in Wethersfield. And that's when her troubles began.
I was kind of agitated. I was like, what is going on with my computer?
That's because after visiting the Apple store on April 18th and then Computer Resources on April 26th, the repair shop fixed the trackpad and it was working fine. But a month later, the screen suddenly went black, possibly affected by a previously defective and recalled battery, according to an Apple representative.
He said if that's the case, this is covered under Apple Care.
So Lee brought her laptop back to Computer Resources, expecting they'd confirm the defective battery, which may be covered under warranty. When she finally reached someone several days after leaving her computer for service, a manager said he'd try and look at it that night. Lee says it was frustrating, but not as bad as what she'd find out the next time she called the shop.
He said Tuesday night we were broken into and 32 computers were stolen.
Wethersfield police responded immediately to the reported burglary after an employee reported there was a lot missing. But it was too late. Lee's computer was gone, along with hundreds of dollars in music and priceless photos and passwords stored inside.
Your information's out there in the hands of thieves. Somebody should pay for that. They never diagnosed the problem.
Fearing the worst, she's now paying $10 a month for LifeLock identity theft protection. After her complaints, Computer Resources offered to sell her a 2009 MacBook Pro for $659. She didn't think that was fair. Alternatively, she says there was a cash offer, $80. This after a manager told her computer had never been fixed. Then it was stolen, something she wasn't told until she called again 3 days after the burglary.
It never crossed my mind that a question should be, do you have insurance? I figured Apple was sending me there. They had to be reputable.
We emailed owner Peter Carbonell, and he emailed us back saying, quote, "I'd like to explain that we have attempted multiple times to work with Lee Gostila." His email explained the offer to sell her an '09 MacBook, but didn't mention the $80 cash proposal to walk away, which Lee says she was offered. She says the shop claims they don't have enough insurance to cover all the losses. We tried to confirm this by emailing Carbonell back, but he didn't respond. Next, we went to his shop and later his listed home addresses with follow-up questions, but he wasn't around. For Lee, it's a lesson she won't soon forget because of the lost memories on her laptop she won't ever get back.
They should take some ownership that they were responsible for keeping my computer safe and getting it back to me. I want people to know when you do take your computer to a shop, the things that you would never think about them.
Now, I spoke with a local insurance company which tells me that usually a business will or should have insurance to cover damages or loss of property that's in their care. They say it's possible Lee could claim this on her homeowner's insurance, but she's concerned about her high deductible. The Attorney General's office says this: the measure of damages is the value of the property at the time of the loss. Of course, in this case, there's uncertainty about what the true value really is. Apple, meanwhile, did not give us comment on this case by News Time. In the studio, Bo Berman, Fox, Connecticut.